What did you think of? I know you guys tune in to Cam all the time on his takes. What do you think of what Cam had to say there about the quarterback that I love and this Patriots team that I love with Vrabes?
I mean, what he said today, I think he's not too far off. Like, can you really say you trust Drake Maye more than Patrick Mahomes right now in the playoffs? Like,
no, fool's goal. I don't mean that. I thought he called him fool's goal.
Oh yeah, he said that originally, but even that, I'm not sure. I don't put too much stake in those shows just because we all kind of know how they work behind the scenes. So that entire thing is not something I even.
I don't know what that.
Well, one person wants to say one thing, and not everybody can say the same thing, even though one thing would be right. So the other person's going to go the other way for the debate itself. But I don't put too much stake in it.
We would like to say we do not know if that's 100% their gimmick. We are saying that it's weird that it finds the microphone the person who disagrees with the other person on a regular basis.
Yeah, this is not factual. This is just based on how the show has gone for the last 10 years, all those types of shows. Typically, it's one side versus the other. Now, I don't know if Cam Newton truly feels that way. I do know Drake Maye grew up a massive Cam Newton Carolina Panthers fan, so it would be weird for him to take that stance from a young quarterback who loves him, who also did an ode to him versus the Panthers when he scored a rushing touchdown and did Cam Newton celebration. So there's a lot of things that go into that thought.
We just hope they move along. Entire thing.
Yeah, but he has to prove it. Like, no matter what, either way, whatever the schedule is, you got to win the biggest games in the playoffs when that comes down the road.
Yeah, Drake's still very young. Obviously, not a lot of big-time football yet because he hasn't had the opportunity, just literally hasn't had the opportunity to be there. We're all excited to watch it. We all believe in him. And I don't think Drake Maye took a shot back at Cam Newton.
No.
I think if you pull the quote and write it and just put it out there, it certainly sounds like it's a shot. But what his actual answer and what he was asked, it's not a shot at all. Let's go to a WEEI 93.7 FM.
Yeah. You're familiar with this guy, and he played for the Patriots. Cam Newton said the Patriots are fool's gold. That was his words, not mine. Do you hear those things? Do you react those things? Any comment on that?
Oh no, I don't even. I don't even know what show he's on. I think they get paid to make remarks and make certain comments. So just worried about what people in our organization think and worried about what we think and my teammates think, and everybody's gonna have different opinions. So we should go out there on Sunday and worry about ourselves.
Great answer. That was from
Fitzy, and I really apologize. I'm not sure who his co-host was.
Fitz and Wit. We appreciate that. Just got pulled up right here.
Okay, boom. Yes. Yeah,
no, Fitz and Wit is...
I don't think that was a shot at all.
No, it wasn't a shot.
That wasn't a shot.
He was asked if he heard it. Go ahead.
I think he was just basically saying, I don't know what show I'm in the film room. I don't know what show he's on. I'm just worried about the guys in the facility, this organization. We're just trying to win games. I think he just went into kind of that Bull Durham quotes. I think he was. I didn't take that. I really didn't take anything there.
Me neither, but if you pull it and you put it up there and say, I don't even know what show he's on, that is certainly, if you potentially put it out there, it's Drake Maye saying, who said what? Yeah. I don't even know what show he's on. But instead he was...
the uni. Love that uni. I love that uni.
Hey, we love everything they're doing. We actually kind of hate how much we love everything that the New England Patriots are doing. It's kind of a tough pill to swallow at this stage of life in football fandom.
Yeah, but even to your point about pulling the quote, sorry, Kirk, my bad, real quick, he also called Stephon Diggs a diva in jest. And if you were to pull that quote, of course, and you read it, it's like, oh, what? He's calling his, number one wide receiver a diva, but like he's just joking. And yes, I guess it's kind of weird if your starting quarterback isn't watching ESPN every day from 10 to 12, but Drake Maye is a 23-year-old kid. All he knows is what Vrabel is teaching him. And what do you think Vrabel's saying? Like, hey, yeah, you should be listening to what everybody's talking about you. Or do you think Vrabel's saying, hey, if you're listening to anything outside this building, you probably don't belong in the building to begin with?
Well, and also, if you are listening to things outside this building, when you were speaking to the media, you were telling them you are not. I think that is certainly a part of it. And I think you were about to say something about the Patriots.
I was just going to say two things. Number one, about Drake Maye, probably the nicest human being I've ever covered. He's got 3 older brothers. They all love to kind of bust each other's chops. And so if he does something, if he says, like, hey, I don't even know what show he's on, I don't think that was taken anything more than just trying to kind of spin it towards, we're focused right here on what we're trying to do. He's entitled to his opinion. We're just trying to win games. But I do think, can you find more talented teams, more experienced teams on rosters? Absolutely. But as we know, this is a team game, and right now you have a team, a mix of old with young, that are having a lot of fun playing together. And you know what winning does to a team. And some of these games, Connor, if they would have lost some of these games earlier in the year, you start stacking wins. Think about how their season started and think about where they are now 11 weeks into this thing. I just think this is one of those teams that looks forward to going over the facility, looks forward to practice, looks forward to the meeting rooms. It's incredible what good karma and what good kind of that mojo that you try to create.
Culture.
And right now this team has it. How far it'll take them, who knows? Are they fool's gold? Who knows? They haven't played the toughest schedule. But I'll tell you what, the more they believe in each other and they play for each other, and the more they start to really show that, hey, we can win some of these games, they're going to be a tough out as we go down the rest of the way.
One of the MVP favorites is the quarterback. So, yes, you can win any game with that. Like that is kind of the conversation.
And to the fool's gold thing, I think the perfect encapsulation would be you can argue the two best wins for most teams this season. One would be Patriots in Buffalo in primetime in the last night game at Highmark Stadium when they were wearing their new uniforms like you're seeing in New England, and they beat the Bills. And then you can argue Todd Bowles off a bye on the road in Tampa Bay against Baker Mayfield, who was an MVP candidate before he played the New England Patriots defense. So the fool's gold, yeah, that's asinine. But aside from that, the other thing to talk about too, Kirk, would be I think it was the last 10 Super Bowl champions each played 8 or more teams who are under 500. So if we want to do the whole schedule sucks thing, we can go back through every single Super Bowl champion schedule over the last 10 years and judge their schedules. But again, people who don't know ball don't realize that when you finish last or second to last in your division, your schedule does actually get easier, and that is what's happened to the Patriots.
That's good. Hold on, Herbie. Hey, how sick of hearing that?
It's just, I'm not even sick of it. It's just one of those things where it's like so many people don't know ball or understand how it works that you can't answer them all. And it makes sense why football coaches, football players, people who are actually in the game can't even go on the internet just because of how stupid people are on there.
Yeah, the Patriots are a wagon, though. That's all we care about right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and with the Trevion Henderson's become a great story, but Ramondre Stevenson comes back. Boy, they're going to have a 1-2 punch in that backfield, and they've been doing this the last couple of weeks with just Trevion. So when they get healthy, be fun. I think Baltimore on the road, Buffalo, of course, looking for revenge. Those are going to be tough games for them, but they're going to be heavily favored in all the rest of their games. I mean, I think last week, there's a real shock. This team's looking at 13 or 14 wins. Whether it's fool's gold or not, they're probably going to be the 1 seed throughout. In my opinion, I know you love Indy. I think New England's going to get home field throughout the AFC playoffs, and we know how important that is when you get to the postseason in that cold weather. With Vrabel as the head coach, came so close to the AFC Championship when he was in Nashville. And I think if he gets that home field throughout, they're going to be a tough team to beat.
Yeah, Foxborough always incredibly difficult, and their fans very, very good. And you look at their road, they certainly have what seems to be a great path to that. And we got to remember, these are all NFL teams, even the teams that are ass at the end of the season.
Oh, yeah.
Hold on, there's a lot of players, though, at the end of the season who are trying to, earn spots in roster spots. So there's a team that is an ass team that is going to catch one of the very good teams towards the end of the season. That's just kind of how it always is. Who is that guy? We have no idea who that guy is. Well, he just earned a job next year somewhere. So that was like a Super Bowl type situation for him.